All right, gonna run back the modern challenge. Was the last I 5 was the league yesterday. Went 3-2 in the first league, losing twice to Simic Ritual, then 5-0 another league, and made a few tweaks. I think the only change I'm making now is just second meltdown over Vandal Blast. Yesterday I had one meltdown, one Vandal Blast, and I actually got paired against Affinity and drew Vandal Blast, and it was still good enough, but much worse than Meltdown would have been. I think Vandal Blast just way too greedy and doesn't make a ton of sense. I think it's good in the mirror matches for obvious reasons because you have a lot of artifacts. You just want to get your opponents. And it's also good in Affinity because it's decent against Chalice for 0. But yeah, in this deck, not sure it makes a ton of sense. Oh, I changed another card. I cut Snapcaster for trainer number 4. 122 players for a modern challenge. Dang. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like Snapcaster over a trainer doesn't make sense. You can't run it on turn 2. It's worse with Flare. It doesn't find you your third lane drop. Doesn't find you Fable. Doesn't turn off Flame as fast. This doesn't make a ton of sense. That goes vacuum, I'm not too sure about, but I guess we'll see. Hello, Debui. Hello, Dead Dove. Do not eat. Yeah, modern. I mean, there is free. I think there's no RCs this week, and there's 3 big RCs next week, like US RC, Canadian RC, and European RC. That's probably a lot of people playing their deck, hoping to get a lot of wins today. It's always nice when you're testing for a big tournament and you just like do really poorly with your deck. You like feel good about your list, and then you have just like terrible result. You're like, oh god. I'm gonna update the deck list too. We'll see. We'll see if the good how do you say, if the good league results translate to challenge. Usually not. Usually when you play a suds deck in duel in leagues, the challenge is a nice little reality check, but we'll see. Hey Macy. Streak survives, nice. Didn't it change it now? You can like save your streak like the day after or something. There's something along these lines. Do you know how exactly? Let's see, try now. Yeah, I agree. It does show like clear lack of morals to save your streak that way. Not very honorable. Showtime. Sounds like Shota. I don't know why Showtime. Oh, because I'm thinking of like Prime Time. I was gonna say Showtime sounds like the name of a Titan player. Showtime tournament finishes. A lot of Domain Zoo. Ooh, that's not a matchup I've played. Um, I'm definitely weak to Cyan Leyline. Alright, should I be a little paranoid and put the hand hider on because they're not joining the game right away? Where's my regular hand hider? I'll do a little XDD time hand hider. What about MTG bot status? I'll keep. Put in some mulliganing. I have a good 7 card hand. I'm not super sure what I'm hoping for. Well, obviously I'm hoping for like Urza Saga. I'm 1 artifact off turn 1 Cannoneer. And this hand's pretty busted. Not sure it can be the Leyline sign though. Hello, Trail of Magic! And welcome to another Magic stream where you don't even get to see my hands. Man, that is a tough scry decision. Interesting. They play 4 lightning bolts. Alright, no bolt on my Tamio. Maybe they don't have a second land. Interesting. Sign on top. So I could draw and flip it. And they get to resolve with Scion, potentially. Protects it from Flage. Think I'm just gonna play a trainer, though. Alright, not much of a choice. This doesn't look like Izzet a Wizards. It's a combo. Affinity is a Wizards. I found the perfect combination. I'm just sandbagging the artifacts. I mean, look, you have it to me in play. I do have Sink into Stupor to bounce the Leyline, I guess. Alright, I'll show my hand, because we're past the first few turns. So turn 1, I actually had the choice between keeping up Spell Snare and playing Tamio. Decided to be proactive, because I had Flare too. Nah, Flame. Fable's pretty good, right? I should probably just counter it. Actually, maybe I just kill the token, draw two, flip to Mio, and then I still have Flare plus Trainer for potential something. If I flare that, I have Hardcast Flare plus Flame. I guess I'll just counter it. Their list play Too Stubborn Denial to consign their latest 5 list. I felt like kind of a tricky spot. Might have butchered it, honestly. Let it resolve. Flame flip to Mio NF, flare back up. They don't have a creature in play. Yeah, I think what I did was all worse. I feel like my Tamio is a little more vulnerable. Salut Moustique, ça va bien? How many rounds? 8 rounds for Modern Challenge. God, I can't just like play my way into the top 64 today. Yeah, it's silly not to just age. I guess I'll sink it. Okay, no bolt. Yeah, I butchered this game. I might still be okay, but I definitely butchered it. And that game is like kind of hard when it feels like it should be easy. Could try and draw two. Oh, yeah. Now I can like haste Son of Draco. Maybe haste two creatures. Yeah, I like completely blew it on the countering the Fable play. That was like so loose. Double Draco. Hello, hello. Thank you for the raids. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Just on time to see me completely punt some games. All right. And they did nothing turn one, nothing turn two, and I somehow like on myself, finding myself in that spot. All right, let's see. Kind of just need a wizards. Should I draw first? They're probably gonna flage. I'm gonna go low. Do they still play Tribal Flames? Okay, they don't play Tribal Flames if they're playing Doorkeeper Thrall. That's good to know. Alright, let's play the Fable. Play a Fable, probably sack a clue to draw cards. So I'm gonna have a lot of cards. If I find another wizards, I can get rid of both Scions.
16 months woof 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 woof.
Tutsusa, thanks for your support, buds. Alright, it's kind of good for me, I think. That they didn't just flage my Shaman token. I mean, I understand, like, wanting to discard Flage with Arena, but I think in the long run, plays out worse for them. We'll see. Alright, what to discard? Ragavan, not great. Then Spell Snare counters some stuff, but kind of can't afford to miss a land drop here, I think. Okay, so I want to do Bolt, Flame. That's pretty good. Let's bolt this for sure. Let's attack. Play Tamio. Hmm. I need the Tamio rounds for Flage. Question is, do I want to Steam Vent Shock to sack a treasure token and sack a clue? Is that worth it? I have to counter Flage and I have to deal with many more threats. Keep the treasure. I can hardcast Lure Unrevealed next turn. Down to 6, I can also hardcast Lure Unrevealed. Different between 7 and 5. Well, nothing. It's kind of close. I don't have like an unlimited amount of clues, so also just dead to like untap land, bolt my Tamio, hasty flage, or binding my Tamio hasty flage. I didn't call it twinless twin. Yeah, probably a spew. What should you play in Pioneer on Arena? Not sure. Oh, I'm also dead to oh, no, I guess I'm not dead to stubborn because I have the treasure token. Nice. I could turn the corner. I have like a bunch of counter spells in my deck. Shaman Fable here. It's a decent draw. Alright, I can hardcast a flame, I have force backup. The arena's not on tapping. I guess I should just cast a trainer. They might have consigned for the trigger, but it's probably fine. Assuming I should take counterspell. So we know they don't have binding. We know they don't have bolt. Maybe they have another flage. Maybe they have doorkeepers. Like, did they have bolt? And they just didn't bolt my Tamio and lost to Flare? Well, at least we know they're not ghosting. Oh wow. Oh wow, they punted. They punted last turn. Arguably punted, I mean. Obviously they can't know like exactly what's in my deck and whatnot, but I mean they saw Flare. Oh, that's lucky. Yeah, another flage. We're going face. I think this is good for me. Oh. Guess a little late. Probably still good enough. 7 mana. Alright, I tried to punt, but I didn't succeed. Vacuum all worse than a lantern here. Even worse than surgical. I could have even like played the black mana with treasure token. Scalding Tarn, not the greatest here. Time for some offspring action. Could have attacked with that trainer, I guess. Take the blue cards. I don't need Lantern. Counterspell would be nice. There we go. Yeah, just a lethal next turn. Are any of the avatar cards gonna have an impact on modern? I think the bird's gonna be good. The bird spirit or whatever. The one that does a lot of things. When people shuffle their deck. Because, well, did I have 6 mana? I mean, it's fine, didn't matter, obviously. Alright, I'm not even gonna bother with Magus of the Moon. Think I'm gonna do sub. What do they get after sideboards? 2 disputes. How many spell snares do I want? I think I want the 2 consigns just because Draco's Leyline is scary and it's good against binding. Spell Pierce. At least only had 2 Fables. Not sure how much graveyard hate I want. I want some. I guess Scalding's kind of bad. Spell Snare's kind of mid, Spell Pierce kind of mid, but I don't want to cut all my expensive, I want to cut all my expensive cards for some negation. It's only really good against Fable. Territorial cover is kind of a problem. Probably want at least 2 Spell Snare. Is it Ragavan bad? Why is Ragavan bad? That Ghost Vacuum could just be a win condition. Well, maybe 2 is a lot, maybe 1 and 1 is better. I mean, Ragavan's not great, but it's a 1 mana card. People always act like Ragavan is like a 4 mana card and it needs to win you the game every time you draw it or cast it. Yes, Ragavan gets blocked, Ragavan dies, I agree. Seems like Spell Pierce could be good though. Maybe I will cut Ragavan on the draw. Probably shouldn't, but Pierce counters binding their own disputes. Ragavan also just blocks Ragavan. Speaking of Ragavan, can't beat it. But I don't think I should mulligan lands and spells. I don't know if I should sub. Probably. Even though they can dash it, at least it's like a bunch of their mana. Gives me at least a bit of time. Do I use Sync or do I use Flare? I don't have a ton of lands in my deck. Not sure how good that Flare is going to be. Alright, I'm going to bubble myself just in case I have like a bolt on top. I see Trainer's pretty solid draw here. You hit Tamio. It's kind of annoying. I really don't know what I need here. I might just take Consigned because it's cheaper. Counters a lot. The flipping's not a May. Kind of a little unlucky. There's not much that can hit there. It's basically only Tamio. Tamio Preordain. His artifact hate would have been pretty good for them. I'm already like down a bunch on cards. Rather start making clues. Can bounce it with sync. The def counters. Alright, pretty interesting spot. Gotta assume like dispute. So I think I like just jamming the Fable here. The hard cast to dispute. Depth stubborn. It's rough either way. And they get another clue for later in the game. It's gonna be hard for me to like ever catch up from being down so many cards, but maybe I can snowball with Flame. Damn, that Ragavan hit was brutal. What the hell? Funny part is if I don't stack bubble, the hits Team Vents and I draw the Tamio. Make them draw his flames to get Tamio, and that works. True. Flame targets. Maybe they will just draw 2 cards on their turn for absolutely no reason. Lightning Trainer is pretty aggressive. They almost hit a flame. Flame of Anor. Um, I hold Tamio in case I draw flame. I feel like just so likely to have a Flate or some kind of removal. Also, their only blue source is their only red source, so they can Ragavan and back it up with a counter right now. It's kind of nice. Yeah, see, they just had a Flage. Should I consign that trigger? Keep hook them up, keep Flage into play. Yeah, I mean, I probably would have won that game if they had not drawn Tamio, because it looks like they're flooding a bit. What, did they get 2 clue tokens right now? My hand's kind of good. My hand's pretty stacked. Their Ragavan's kind of a brick. Maybe I'll just draw all Ragavans. Another Flage. Just consign the trigger. Let's try that. Make sure I don't consign the wrong trigger. That'd be bad. Spell bomb? Why do I care? I don't. Why do I have spell bomb in this matchup? Alright, I mean their draw's kind of clunky. No, yeah, kind of. I have bolts. Alright. Not gruel, then cry. I already did it almost every time, but now that I know you get a kick out of it too. What's up, buddy? Thanks for the 81 months. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good weekend. Yeah, they're putting me on snap. Maybe add like some dead cards. I actually cut the one snap for trainer number 4. Alright, I get to make a clue finally. Finally get a little card advantage. Or not. Never mind. Hopefully it's just I'm casting a Ragavan here. Not having a bolt. Of the best draw. How bad can backup Tamio be? Pretty happy if my Tamio lives. But if they force a Flage into place somehow. Also that Ragavan, it's a good hit for them. Alright, let's... I guess I can draw it, but then I don't have mana for Flare. I'll be a little ambitious. Should have kept. Should have kept the backup to me, yo. I'd have consign. That's bad. And I don't have the types for the types for an unholy heat. Ten. Got an Ashiok and Spellbomb. Sure. Yeah, these clues were really important because he drew a bunch of like do nothing cards. Need like dress down. Needed like dress down plus more stuff. Alright, let's see. Let's do Ragavan on the play for sure. Let's do all the graveyard hate. I don't think I need second spell snare on the play as badly. Could do Magus on the play. I should have Magus in my deck. What should I cut? I'll just cut all the spell snares. Kind of a lot of my cheap counter spells. Never know which one to keep. Alright, upside of turn one to Mio. Easier to make a clue right away. Might depend. If this sort was Leyline in play, I think I'll just put Thundering Falls into play to not get the Leyline Dracodes. No Leyline. Try to high roll a bit. Also, like, if they have to fetch for Bolt, they might make them worse against Magus of the Moon. Ragavan or Bolt? Bolt. Also, -1 Bolt for my Magus. Ooh. That's good. Huh, tempting. Think I'm just gonna keep it. Just so greedy not to. I've been in these spots before and I almost always regret when I try to high roll and bin the reveal there. Does Leyline and Magus work? Good for them if they have Leyline and they get a basic, then that basic is every type. And then they can cast Draco for 2 mana and they have access to 5 colors. Pretty interesting spots. Just gonna say go. Just fetch a Shockland and tap out for like a Fable or something. Alright, hope they don't have a lightning bolt. Or Fable. Fable would be really good. Okay. I also have to say go again. So somehow this doesn't turn off Magus, which I learned the hard way the other day. Yeah, I shouldn't exile creature when I could draw in Holy Heat. Think. Maybe I should take the 4 damage. That was a pretty great draw. That was pretty great too. And I can start attacking with Stamio. One chi in this deck. I mean, you have to try it, right? You just have to try it. Yeah, I should just use my bolts. They might have another one though, but it's fine. I think you just have to try it. I don't know how good one chi is going to be in random modern deck. I mean, maybe it's just really good card and you play it in every deck that can cast it, and where it makes like any sense. Okay, we can start sacking some clue tokens. Dash Ragavan, it's fine. Hmm. I guess there's no rush. I mean, there's clock. Are we the last match? There's a lot of matches. 2 matches left. Not a Ragavan. Hmm. Why not? I answered your one key question during an ad. I said you just have to try the cards. I don't know if it's good enough to put into any deck really, but maybe it's just, that good of a card and you should just put it in your deck no matter what. All right, at least we're not the last match. Magus is so busted. I mean, it's super hit or miss, but in this case, it was pretty hit. And they found their basic planes like turn too late, probably. Can cast a binding, maybe. Well, I'm only the last match because opponent's not scooping a lost game. Just saying. First time, any first time Olsen's in chat? Right at the same time as the other match. It wasn't just me. J-Dug Gabbins. Thanks for your resub. Welcome back. Always nice to start challenge was a win. It is good to get max content, I agree. I didn't feel like a great matchup. The games are like, I guess all three games were like somewhat close in their own ways. We played free. None of the games were really one-sided. That third one was probably the least close one, but it was still close during like first 4, 5, 6 turns. Am I going to Antwerp? No, I'm skipping. I'm skipping. I have other plans for that weekend, and I'm already qualified for the Pro Tour cheat, so I would quote unquote just be playing for the cash and the world's invite. Am I willing to look at historic lists? I mean, I have very little interest in historic right now, I'd say. And I'm not really going to be able to help you make the decks better. So, I mean, if you want to put them in chat for other people's or post them in Discord, unless it's something very cool and exciting. Alakai. My hand's all awkward. Not having double blue. Ruby Storm. It's a pretty good hand against Ruby Storm, I think. Is it? Bolt for Raw. Bolt for Raw. Vacuum for their graveyards. Not the greatest graveyard hate card, but I have like also just a preordain. Find it looks like they have the nuts. Second medallion. I think I'm just gonna let them have it, but in not great shape. Ah, they're skilled. Skilled storm player. Sometimes they fall flat. Kind of did. So you can still cast another medallion. What's my line at this point? Goes vacuum. Goes vacuum's not gonna do anything. Probably just say go. The last card like Pass in Flames. The last card is Fast in Flames, I just lose. Must be Pass in Flames. Do I have Force in my main deck? I have one Force. Okay. I counter it. They cast it for 2 mana. They replay, yeah. Chat, I have one draw step is what? 2% chance? I have like 4% chance roughly. I've beaten worse odds. And now to get orange chance, so the game's a little tougher. Alright, let's not do Goes Vacuum. Spell Snare and Consign is good, and Narset is good. Scolding worth it. Unholy Heat awful. Bolt's pretty bad, but I might keep a few. The Goes Vacuum can be okay if I had it on. What did I do as my mana turn on? I cast Preordain into Trainer. Dresdown's pretty bad. We needed Bolt for all. Well, I have Spell Snare and Scolding for all. But I'm gonna keep some bolts, probably. I'm not gonna do Goes Vacuum, I guess. I mean, if they have the same hand, I might just lose. I'm just gonna keep. Like, I have a lot of good draw steps. And Fable turn 3 is like really good against their Orange Chance plan. That should do it. At least like give me a really solid chance. Just want to slow them down, obviously. So I can tap out for Fable. I'm in a pretty solid spot. No way. Maybe they're just desperate. Maybe they know they're like never winning if they let me take hits from Shaman. They're just yellowing. I'm guessing that's what it is. They've just played these matchups and they know they can't win if I just have the spells. Dude, what the hell is that draw? What the actual hell? Oh, they didn't hit a ritual. Did they? Dude, it's the luckiest thing I've ever seen. Just turn free kill of nothing. Was Orange Chance backup? I would play Storm 2 if I drew like that. I would play the 40% win rate deck if I drew a top 5 percentile every game. And it's like,
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
and I'm like,
Down here, salt is a way of life. obviously the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent the air is salt.
Alright, well, you know what? We have plenty of time for old GeoGuessr at least. Plenty of time. From last match to first match, yeah. I'll do Geo now because I think if I start 1-2, it might be a short stream. We'll see. Let's start a little prediction. Plus, I didn't do Geo yesterday. What's the Geo line at? I think we got a really easy one last time. Those of you who are new, we play a little GeoGuessr every day. You can wager some channel points on our GeoGuessr score. Maybe I'll do GeoGuessr Daily Challenge for a change. It's been a while. Since the last map we chose from Chad Guesser was like all easy stuff. So yeah, you can bet some channel points. You can also just use the guess command. Damn, we beat what I felt like was a tough matchup, and we lost to what I think is like pretty good matchup. Especially with my piles of spell snares. I have 3 spell snare between main and sides. I did kind of lose game 1 because that vacuum was not a lantern. That's like 2 games in like 2 rounds where Ghost Vacuum was pretty sketch. Maybe it should just be 2 lanterns, but Ghost Vacuum acting as a win con has been kind of good. Alright, Chad, you got a minute. I'm gonna go get a little snack. I'll be right back. Alright, people have faith in my GeoGuessr abilities. I don't know, daily challenge is kind of tough, honestly. What's the record? 1-1. We won a close one against the main zoo. Didn't feel like the greatest matchup, but we got there. Got Magus. We got them with Magus of the Moon in game 3. And I lost to Storm, which I beat like somewhat easily in the league the other day, but they just had really good draws this time. I got 2 0'd. I feel like this is a repeat. Getting old deja vu here. Except I can't even remember where it was. No, never mind. I think it's different. Yeah, I lost game 2. I went turn 2 counterspell your Ruby Medallion. Turn 3 Fable, and they went turn 3 Orange Chan kill me. Which is almost impossible to do, I feel like. With either Ruby Medallion or Ralph start the turn. They basically like, I mean, I'm not gonna say they stack the top of their deck because they can literally just kill you on turn 2. Or on turn 1 with Gemstone Cavern, probably. But that was close. Alright, I have no idea where we are. I mean, somewhere in Europe. Somewhere probably in Eastern Europe. I haven't seen a language sign yet, have we? Looks like a village near my grandma's in southwest of Poland. Oh, finally. Lidija bis Botesznik Seresit. Bochite. Is that Polish? Kind of Polish colors, but not Poland. How have we not seen a sign yet? Like, really any... I guess we just had one. Damn, the most run-down basketball court ever. I guess it still has a rim. Belarus is not in coverage, I don't think so. Oh. Can anyone read that language though in chat? Doesn't seem like it. Alright, it was Serbia. No big deal, I'm a savant. Eastern Slovenia. It would have been pretty close. Stranjanin has a brewing legacy dating to 1745 when the first industrial beer plant opened. The long tradition is celebrated with the annual Beer Days festival, underscoring the city's historic beer culture roots. I didn't see that was a theme to that challenge. Timbersala. Husas Midsham? That kind of looks like Iceland a bit. But not quite. Maybe? Oh yeah, it is Iceland. Vik, Portsmouth, Vestamaran, and Baco. Vik is here. 80 kilometers. Baklava. Baklava and Vest something. Probably around here, right? Reichholt? Your 2 is blue-red Delver. Ooh, nice. Is Delver a playable card? Is that the little part of the Sogusetrids? Dial. What's the address? Nullville something? Hevalsbiller? Looks like the name. Where are we? We're obviously close. I'm gonna be upset if I don't get closer though. Sogusetrio, the 261. The 1 and the 261. I think that's the city name we just saw. I think we're probably somewhere here. What's the name of that ship? Or of that store? Timbursala Husamijad. Home to the Lava Center, a museum filled with interactive exhibits that show how Iceland's volcanoes, earthquakes, and shifting place creates the dramatic landscape seen around the town. Oh, you're literally Delver Girl. I didn't see your screen name. I suspect asking Delver Girl if Delver is playable is like asking Cookie Monsters if cookies are good for you. Well, Delver Girl, welcome to the stream. Feel free to share your list, especially if you want me to make fun of it. Aljubo Online Boutique, is there an address? So English, looks like an African country, could be Kenya. Okay, Kenya. Kalundu? McQuinney maybe is the name of whatever we are. National cereals and produced board. Okay, okay, we're looking for McQuinney. A lot of time it'll be like near Nairobi. McQuinney. Maybe I'm getting baited and it's not a city name, but it's kind of hard to find like meaningful signs in Kenya, I feel. Yeah, I mean, clearly we're in some kind of city called McQuinney. Did I miss it somewhere? Let's see if it's near Mumbai or Mombasa, I mean. Scanning for McQuinney. Yeah, it's a lot of times like around here. Wote. Oh, it was called Wote. I mean, good luck finding that. What this sits in the semi-arid heart of McQuinney County, where the oh, it's a county name, so it's probably not even on the map. Where the seasonal Kaiti River supports vital irrigation projects. Its water helps nearby farms grow abundant mangoes, tomatoes, and a mix of fresh vegetables. Thailand, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. Manual life, slow down. Safe roads for life. House for rent. Gansberg. Surely there's something here, some clue. True money. Cambodia. That makes sense, probably. Wait, Cambodia is like that kind of language too? Anchor. Gansberg. Did we win the last match? Nah, we got crushed by Storm in like 10 minutes. Do you think this is a city name? Are we by the coast? It's a river at least. Oh. Okay. I love rivers here. Zweirieng is home to a fast-growing sports scene thanks to Zweirieng FC. Fans gather at the local stadium to cheer for matches that bring energy and excitement to the town. Alright, I'll take a look. Uh-oh. Last round dagger. We only need like 1500 to cover. It's probably not a dagger because it's probably like Eastern Europe again. I guess it could be Russia. Probably not Russia. I'm kind of getting lost in the sauce a bit. I don't mind getting up that dirt road. Truck meta too, maybe. Alright. Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. Any signs if this is actual Russia or... Goat, I need you. International holding, Chinese train. Someone. Some geo help. Please. Can decrypt Cyrillic? Can you tell us if we're in Russia? Oh, I think that was a sign. Wait, this is Kazakhstan? Mystic Bolt was back in a time of need. Holy timing. Holy timing for the believers. Mutar Ayezov. Koshisi, maybe? Adbasar lies on the vast, flat Kazakh steppe, a region of wide open plains that concentrated on the Zabe River, serves as an important agricultural hub for the surrounding region. To be fair, I think I might have just guessed like Russia around here, so I might have gotten it. But that was nice assist from Mystic Fall. We got the closest guess. Wow, the acidic just crushing it. All right. What does Blue-Red Delver looks in Modern? For Delver, for Chandler. Well, Chandler's a good card.
We have top man working on it right now. Ooh. Top man.
You have one good one drop in your blue-red deck. Shredder, Murktide. 2 and 2 split, why not? Into the Floodmaw, 2 Lava Darts, 3 Bolt for Preordain, 1 Scalding, 3 Heat, 2 Counterspell. I like your choice of cards for the most part. Sorry. I'm not sure how I feel about Force of Negation. Would have been good for me last round, I guess, but... Is it a Force of Negation meta? Maybe. I would probably be tempted to play Tamio. Just because that card's so good. Bit of a rough Delver deck. A lot of your spells are just artifacts. 22 hits. I guess maybe that's why you're playing Force of Negation. So you can pitch your Delvers. So it can be useful. Looks solid. Honestly, can't make too much fun of it. How many lands? 18. I don't think I like playing Verge plus Mountain plus Spire Bluff Canal in your count spell deck. A little greedy, but maybe. Oh, you have no basic islands? Hmm. Cause what? Cause Lava Dart? What's the whole no basic island thing? Am I blind? Yeah, I mean prowess is a deck, flage is a thing. That's a lot of damage to take from your lands. You really never need basic island. You have like double blue spell. I don't get that part, I guess. I don't get the why. But I guess that's something you find out real fast if it's wrong or not. It's like something that stands out pretty fast if you're getting punished for not having a basic. Alright, this guy's one in this deck. Yeah, I think you just have to try it, honestly. It's hard to... It's not an easy card to estimate, basically. Because it's so unique. Seems like it's a good card, though. I would probably try, one or two main plus one or two more sideboards. Something like that. Just... I mean, there's no synergies. Maybe Field of Ruin becomes... Maybe you can, like, squeezing one Field of Ruin. Karmic Noose. Karmic Noose. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the sewer. Yeah. Let's start with 2. Let's see. Just Sky Blank. It's when you search. 8. Like 11 fetches, some 1-mana removal spell. Solitude's not the greatest there. Prowess says Lava Dart, not the greatest there. Titan? I mean, if they're searching, you're kind of losing. It's good against Pact. It's good against Saga. That's pretty solid. Pretty good against Vengeance too. They don't have like a ton of interaction. It's like literal break against Affinity, just Saga. Yeah, I really don't know how good it's gonna be in a deck that doesn't force any shuffles. One island doesn't help you beat Blood Moon, but one mountain beats the blue Magus Merfolk guy. Yeah, I was just thinking like it's just so much damage to take to not have one island. Yeah, it's not shuffle, they don't search. Damn, what a cards. Red tap, target player shuffles his or her library. I mean, it's basically Sensei's Divining Top. Wait, it has nothing to do with Sensei's Divining Top. I think someone back in the day was just playing Brainstorm with Soldier of Fortune. They kind of broke it. It's basically Blue Red Delver from 1995. What would What would a modern playable Soldier of Fortune read? Let's redesign Soldier of Fortune so that it sees plain modern. Has to cost 1 red. And it has to vaguely keep Soldier of Fortune spirit. Red tap, target player shuffles his or her library. Whenever a player shuffles their library, make a treasure token. That's not bad. It's pretty solid, honestly. 1/1 for 1 red, 0 target player shuffles his or her library. I mean, that's not like, that doesn't do anything, right? Rapster is like, just Ragavan, make it be Ragavan. Basically, Soldier of Fortune, tap, target player shuffles his library, create a treasure, draw cards. Red 1 dash. Ragavan, but open and shuffles before you get the top card. Red tap, target opponent player shuffles the library, exile the top cards. You may play that card this turn. So only the cards from your opponents, and you need to be at lands. At least make it either player, maybe. Would that be good? Would that be playable? 1/1 for 1 that maybe draws you a card for 1 mana. That sounds playable. Even better if you make it a 1/2. Target player shuffles their deck. If they do, make a treasure and exile the top card. You may play it this turn. 2/1 for 1 red. Whenever opponent shuffles library, deal 2. That could be it. It could be a 1/1 for 1 that says red tap, target player shuffles his or her library. And then when an opponent shuffles their library, they take 1 damage. They take 2 damage. That's a lot, 2 damage. Target player shuffles their library. You may activate this ability while the player is searching their deck. When a player shuffles, transform it to face the light sculpture. Make the 2 damage symmetrical. Yeah. Pascal Menard? Guessing he's playing his RC. Trying to guess who Delver Girl was. It's the doublers of $50. The next time a player would shuffle that library, flip a coin. If you win, they do not shuffle. I played some pre-release today. No, we did. I don't think they did the two-headed giant pre-release this time at the place where we usually go. When I checked, there was not anyways. Whenever a player shuffles their library, they may pay 1 if they don't deal 2 damage to any target. That's pretty cool too. So many good ideas for MH4 Soldier of Fortune. You're a Superboy. Okay, no need to be ashamed of, like, wow, your breakers suck. Oh, never mind, tense. Your breakers do not suck. How did that come up? I already forgot why someone brought up Soldier of Fortune. I'm getting old. How did the whole Soldier of Fortune thing start? Oh, she synergy is. Oh, yeah. Loyalty to coin alone is loyalty nonetheless. General Varchild. Dude, Alliance was gas. Oh, look at that when they just had a few sets a year. Carrier Pigeon, very first card. 4 mana, 1/1 flying. Draw a card at the beginning of the upkeep of the turn after Carrier Pigeons comes into play. Wow, broken. Well, multiple art for it too. Errand of Duty. White in a 1 instant. Put a night token into play. Treat this token as a 1 white creature was banding. Raise the alarm. What's better, getting 2 1/1s or 1/1 was banding? Exile. Pretty legit card, actually. White in 2, instant, remove target non-white attacking creature from the game, gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Inheritance, 1 white. Enchantment, free draw card. Okay, you've got my attention. Use this ability only when a creature is put into a graveyard from play and only once for each creature put into the graveyard. Okay. Ooh, Ivory Gargoyle saw play. 2/2 for a white and 4, summon Gargoyle flying. If the Gargoyle is put into a graveyard from play, put it into play under owner's control at end of turn, and skip your next draw phase. 5, remove Ivory Gargoyle from the game. That card was like kind of legit win con, I think. Or was it? Kind of hard to deal with Fred, honestly. Oh yeah, look at that. Just Rob Alexander, Kaja Foglio, Quinton Hoover. Yeah. Juniper Order Advocate. Maybe you should do that. Alliance, but make them MH4 power level. Martyr of Sands deck variant was discarded. As long as Juniper Order Advocate is untapped, all green creatures you control get +1/+1. 1/2 for a white and 2. Douglas Schuller. Kildorian Escort. White 2, 2 free banding. Kildorian Home Guard. 1/6 for 4 mana. It must have like a heinous like drawback or something. At the end of any combat in which Home Guard attacked or blocked, put a -0/-1 counter on the Home Guard and put a Deserter token into play that treated. Oh, no, it's actually like kind of an upside. You get a no-1. I don't know why I said it needed a drawback 1/6 for 4. Lines was not that bad. Some aura. Martyrdom. White 1 until end of turn. You may redirect target creature you control any amount of damage. Where are the playable cards? Alliance was not that bad. Put up to 3 target creature cards from your graveyard on top of your library in any order. Or Reprisal. Reprisal's so a tiny bit of play. Kind of upgraded Reprisal since, but bury target creature with power 4 or greater. Bury cannot be regenerated. No big deal. Okay, seriously, where are the good cards? Oh, that's a pitch cards. Cards of the veteran. That's pretty bad. Damn, White really had like not a single playable cards. Yes, Exile and Reprisal kind of. Arcane Denial, that's a good card. Counter your own spell, turn it into Ancestral Recall. That card saw a lot of play. That's probably one of the most overplayed cards. Counter target spell, that spell's caster may draw up to 2 cards at the end of the next turn's upkeep, draw a card at the end of the next turn. People would splash that in like aggressive decks because it was like easy to cast as like counter refs and stuff. Always hated that. You're countering a spell and you're down a cards. Ooh, Browse and Diminishing Returns. That was a combo deck. Time Spiral, Diminishing Returns. No, High Time. I forget. It's kind of a time twister. 4 mana, each player shuffles his or her hand and graveyard into his library. Remove the top 10 cards of the library from the game. Each player draws up to 7 cards. It's like kind of a balanced time twister. Browse was like played as card advantage engine too. Force of Will. That's a pretty good card. Foresight's pretty cool. A blue and 1 sorcery. Search your library for any free cards and remove them from the game. Shuffle your library afterwards. And then cantrips. Just spin your deck. Platinum's Legacy was legit too. Platinum's Legacy would be like standard playable, right? It'd be good with Stamio too. Blue and 1, choose a card from your hand and shuffle that card into your library to draw 2 cards at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. What about Force of Will? Did it see play? 5 mana for counter spell. Did I ever see play in Food Chain? Which card? Browse? Stormcrow. Contagion. Dystopia. Insidious Bookhorn. Bookworms. That's card advantage. All worse than Ravenous Rats, but... Oh, Krovikan Ore. One of my first decks. At the end of any turn, if the horror is in your graveyard with a summon card directly above it. It sees plays in pre-modern, right? Above it, you may put the card into your hand. That deck we saw. Oh, misinformation. Put up to 3 target cards from no one's ground top. I think people used to put misinformation in their deck to slow people down. Oh, Ritual of the Machine. Black, do sack a creature to gain control of target non-black, non-artifact creature. I think me and my friends definitely played with that card. Maybe we played a bit with that card in standards. Boldugan Horde. That card won the very first Grand Prix. 5544, discard a card at random when it enters. This Spark. Gorilla Shaman. Guerrilla Tactics. That card's a bit of play. If someone makes you discard it, you reveal it and deal 4 damage for free. Omen of Fire. That card see play a red free instant return all islands to their owner's hands. Each player sacrifices a plains or white permanent for each white permanent he controls. Probably not. Pillage. Pillage so play. Even Justice so bit of play. Artifact Hate. Pyrokinesis, obviously. Oh, there he is. Soldier of Fortune. I think the writers were maybe good. A red, a free for a red and a 1. Trample and Rampage 1. Cumulative upkeep, put a survivor token in play under target opponent's control. Treat that this token is a 1/1 red creature. No, maybe not. Pillage, yeah. Pillage art. Were they to reduce us to ash, we would clog their throats and sting their eyes in payment. Bounty of the Hunt. Deadly Insects, so a bit of play. 6/1 hexproof. Cannot be the target of spells or effects. That's hexproof, right? Yeah. Elvish Fairy Guides. Hey, Hillary's. Ooh, match has started. Growing Pains. Wow, what a good at opening hands. Eldrazi Tron, is there recent history? 5 of the league a few days ago. Is my hand good against Eldrazi Tron? I think my game one's very good against Eldrazi Tron. I'll keep. Probably good enough. Expedition map. Alright, this is my hands. I could force the map. Usually not a winning play. But that being said, I might do it anyways. I can force that. I can force a 4-mana Ugin. I can force 7-mana Ugin. Alright, I never learn. I'll just force. Let's see if that goes vacuum for discarding to Fable, I guess. Well, they would have had turn free Tron. That had been a good hand against Storm last match. Lantern and Force of Negation. Yeah, it's fine. My plan is not really to win game one against Tron. Jeez. I guess in some ways I'd rather get AX really, really lucky now. Do I even bold a Flashbreaker? It's like, I mean, at this point, could keep Flare Man up. It's so bad to play Fable into all their cast triggers. Yeah, last couple opponents have been playing the game in easy mode so far. Not gonna lie. It's been kind of free. Good floods. Yeah, true. Kind of what you sign up for when you play a somewhat fair deck. I don't think I can ever play that Fable. Not right now, anyways. Looks like they have Kozilek's command in hand, too. Sphere. Uh, hey, Vinny. I was doing great after round one, a little less good after round two, and now it's fine. We win the sideboard games. They're supposed to win game one, right? That's how it works. Only I could afford to counter that Trinisphere. What am I hoping for? Should I yellow a Fable? Just hope they have absolutely nothing. Hoping for like what? Flame? Can basically like never play two spells ever again because of Trinisphere. All right. I mean, obviously, if I was gonna do that, I should have done it like 2 turns ago, but game evolved in a way that's, I was kind of hoping maybe my opponent would make a mistake or not sure. Yeah, they had it. Oh, they're making spawns. They're not like. Oh, I'm silly. Yeah, that's top two. Just a flesh raker. Alright, I'm a greedy person, so I only have two consigns in my sideboard. Alright, heinous graveyard hate can go. Bubble against a Karn deck. Scolding the free flesh breakers. And that's it. Spell Snare, they have 2 Warping Will, 4 Mind Stone. Oh, great. Press down's probably fine. Flare, fine. Force, Magus, Flame. I guess I still have way too many cards. Main our set's not very good. They don't draw a ton of cards, and I'm bringing a bunch of creatures. The subtlety's not amazing. Able to slow on the play? No, I don't think so. I guess I do have 4 Charmos. Maybe on the Holy Heat? Let's go Devour Destiny and stuff, but I don't know if that's my plan. My plan is kind of mana screwing them. Is Bubble? Yeah, I think I want to fin my deck. I don't think I want to cut cantrips. I agree with 4 Charm. I should probably trim, but I have no expensive spells really. All my free mana spells seem really good. I don't know. That is almost definitely not the cut, but I'm not the biggest subtlety fan. To me, nothing else. 6 lands. It's not acceptable. Not the greatest. Surveil, Steam Vents, Counterspell, Flame, Flare. So get rid of a sink, probably. Nice. I was gonna think getting some of that sweet artsy money, but it's a prime sub. Appreciate it nonetheless. Same value to me. Tamio. You're a little late, but I'll allow it. Vinny, appreciate it. Is that your first Pro Tour you were qualifying for? I doubt it, but I really don't know. No Ashok today compared to yesterday's list. I don't think I had Ashok yesterday, did I? Yes? Oh, nice. Wow. Pro Tour. World secured for next year. That's nice. Please, no Charmal. Um... Charmo's watch free mana still. Chad, I'm really bad at math. What's more likely? Them having turn-free Tron like 2 games in a row, or me drawing one of my 4 Charmaws after mulliganing? I'm not sure. They said please no Charmaw in chat too. It's close. That's what I thought. And they're not even killing Tamio. They get free science and they draw. That's an insane Tamio disrespect, I agree. I mean, the thing is, I can't really tap out to flip Tamio, right? I just insta-lose. And if I counter that, I have nothing left, and I also insta-lose. Feel like I need Charma to be the top card of my deck. I guess I could redraw untap land Tamio. I could. What can I redraw? If I let that resolve. Maybe able to double spell. I guess I'll just use it. It kind of insulates me against. Not insulates me, but it makes like Devour a little worse. Come on, that is not a Charma. I mean, just. Guess I'll play Mountain first, this way I can draw Counterspell or Charma. GG. That is kind of. Damn, I preordained to. I don't believe I can beat that card, but I'll take a draw step or two. Maybe if I chain like 4 Charmas or something. Right on time. Well, they won me 1 game today. There's only so much you can ask. Copium, not scooping. I'll let them have a little fun. I'll take 1 more draw step. Unless. I mean, they asked so nicely, to be fair. Please, no Charma. How could I deny them? The end stone, very nice. Getting a card that just dies to Flame of Anor is all sus, but I guess maybe that's the best it can do. Like, not like I care. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much right now. Walnut's here, I don't mind. That's like money in the bank. Just easy money in the bank. Little investment for the future. I can draw some cards too. No big deal. It's just a recall. Hey, let's go. Charmoine coming. What does the ultimate do? Alright, GG's. GL. I drew a Charmo at least. Alright, chat. I don't think I have it in me today. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a short stream this weekend. I think I'm gonna try and stream tomorrow evening. Maybe some Pioneer on Arena, maybe some Cube. Hey, yeah. I mean, game one's bad, and then didn't draw Charma. I only have 2 consigns in my sideboards. I did have the full 4 Charmas, but I guess it would have been good till earlier. Is there a streamer that's not sucking at Modern today? Tritar 4, I mean, that's not very good against me. I have 4 flames, so like the kind of sitting duck artifacts, not too worried about. I should have maybe brought in Meltdown. I thought about bringing Meltdown. Maybe 1. It's worth it. Frog? Poor DT, I logged into his stream yesterday and he was getting Blood Moon. He was like, well, I could totally feel his pain. There was a cat attacking him. He's like, well, I'm gonna push the cat, and if he has Blood Moon, I'll just lose. And he did, and he pushed, and opponent had Blood Moon, and does GG. Hopefully it's getting better. When you didn't exile Tamio, did you have second call against command? Okay, yeah. Tamio was irrelevant at that point. Yeah, it's not gonna do much for me. It's fair. I ended up countering anyway, so clearly you picked fine. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I'll probably be on tomorrow afternoon, a little later than usual, and yeah, I'll be on Monday, Tuesday. Looking forward to the new set, and I did a little recap of the standard of the I'll put it in chat. I did a little recap of early access, basically. No stream tomorrow. I think in the evening. No challenge, though. If people want to check it out. Like, kind of 15-minute recap. Merci, Moustique. Bye, everyone.